Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another One Human video. So today we're going to be covering the new Season 2 script, or the new scenario, whatever you like to call it. I'm going to call it the new season, which is going to be Season 2. Right now, our servers are in Phase 3, as you can see, and once we go to Phase 6, by that time we will be getting the new season. Now, I'm not sure if you will be able to move midway or not, but the developers themselves said that if the new season comes out, you'll be able to move midway from your old server to the new season. Now, of course, every time you start in the new season or a new server, you will be level 1, but you will retain all the stuff that you farmed and obtained. All your star chrome, all your deviations you farmed, all your formulas, blah blah blah, all of that. I have a video on how seasonal resets work, so if you want to know more information about that, go check my video out. Now, let's go into the actual gameplay on what's going to happen in Season 2. What you're seeing is the new Season 2 PvP server. This is not going to be a PvE server, I believe. It's going to be a faction wars in a PvP server. Now, once you swap to the server, here you will need to choose your faction. You cannot change your faction once you choose it, so make sure you choose it wisely. As you can see right now on the video, there are save zones and they're marked as a green, they have green outlines or something like that. You can see on the bottom, the mayor's market is affected by the save zone. Basically, the green outlines means is that you entered the area and you cannot be killed in the area. But if you entered outside of the green lines, you will be forced into PvP mode. Now, you might be wondering, what's the point of these save zones? Well, if you are not in a save zone, you will be forced into PvP mode. You also might be wondering, but hey, I'm going to get spawn killed as soon as I leave the save zone. Well, that could be true, but then again, the way this script is going to work is going to be a little bit different. So obviously we will lose less gear if you went out of the zone and if you got killed. I believe that this will be a little bit more balanced, but this whole script will be basically changing the game entirely. And as you can see on the map, there's completely no teleportation towers. There's completely no quests showing up. It's just simply POIs, a little bit of a loot POIs, and that's about it. Now, these zones or save zones, as you can see, Blackfell, right now that the video is showing, you will be able to choose that faction. So if you choose that faction, specific faction for that, you will be spawning there in that camp, and it's apparently level 1 camp right now. That's where you will start in the game, just like you start in level 1. And if you choose the Mayfly faction, you will be spawning on the bottom right, as you can see right now on the video. Choosing factions will have its own perks. For example, Rosetta will have drone perks and stuff, while Mayflies will have potions and medicines and other buffs. I'm not really entirely sure on this, but I think that different factions will have different memetics and gold perks. That being said, once again, choose your faction wisely, because you will not be able to reverse it or change it once you lock in your answer. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to build your base in the save zone too, but mainly if you built your base outside of the save zone, in this scenario, your base will not be raidable, so people will be only able to kill you and not raid your base. Now, there will be leaderboards, as you can see. There's top 1, top 2, top 3. I'm not sure if that's warbands or not, or if that's just player names, but the way you get points is, I guess, you attend in public events, and once you do attend in public events, the public events will be PvE-VP. So it will be PvE or PvP if you decide to flag in it, I guess, if you enter the public event area. And you'll be able to not kill people on site. I guess it will be just PvE, just like it was in CBT2, if you ever played CBT2. Obviously, if you flag for PvP and someone else does, you will be able to kill them in the public event. Now, there will be some deviants that you will be getting from these public events. I'm not really entirely sure how the point system will work for the leaderboards, but all I can say is that I guess you'll get points by attending public events, killing other people, and the system is completely changed. There will be no more guild wars, such as bidding system and stuff. It will be basically leave save zone, kill players, insta force to PvP, and you will drop your loot as well. On the screen right now, you can see that this dude is showing us a Rosetta outfit, while this is a Mayfly outfit right there. I don't think that will be cosmetics purchasable. I think you will get it if you join the faction. So if you join that faction, you will just basically get the cosmetic for free, but I'm not really entirely sure on that. When we start in the server, you will have Blackfell unlocked and you will have the tier 1 area unlocked, just like when you start in the game on normal novice servers. But here you will have 2 areas already unlocked. I don't think you will be able to go to Chalk Peak, and you won't be able to go to Red Sands. As you can see, some of the areas are grayed out, so maybe they will unlock later in the later phases. Maybe it will just stay locked and gate kept for the entire time. There are only 4 phases, and the first phase will last 3 days, which is 0-1 phase. Then the second phase will last, I guess, longer. But this second season will last for 3 weeks. I'm not sure how it's going to be for PvE server. PvE servers is obviously not getting the new scenario until October, so what we're gonna get is the new season for PvP. And PvE players will probably have to play in the PvP scenario as well if they want to experience the new season. Now, the one important thing you need to know is that the new map, or the snowy area, which is in the north, is not going to open until October. That's when we are getting the new map. The developers are still making the map, and it's not even fully finished. Another thing I want to talk about right now is the Starchrome rewards are obviously going to be... You're going to get more Starchrome from the leaderboards if you place top 1, top 2, top 3. So there will be a point in competing for the leaderboards. Now, in the Wish Machine, it's going to be different blueprints and categories and banners. Once again, we're going to have Lone Wolf sets, we're going to have Fast Gunner, and we're going to have the Fast Gunner masks and Memento in the banner. Obviously, Cradle perks are also going to be different. We're going to have a less Unstable Bomber. We're going to have only 1 Unstable Bomber perk, I guess. We're going to have only 1 Power Surge perk, and we're going to have 2 Burn perks for the Cradle, and 1 Frost, and 2 Shrapnel, and 2 Bounces. That's basically it for the Cradle, but it looks like the perks are going to be the same almost, just a little bit of a balance changes. Jaws is going to be a little bit weaker again because of the Unstable Bomber perk. So that's pretty much it for the Cradle perks. When you're going to be exploring outside of the zone, you can see on the clip that the player is still in the safe zone, so you will not be able to be killed here. You'll be able to explore everything in the safe zone, and you will find only copper, sulfur, tin ore in the safe zones, while you will find only tungsten, aluminum outside of the safe zones. And as you can see, the player just exited the safe zone, and as soon as they exit the safe zone, you'll find iron ore. As you can see, there's going to be mixed ores. So basically, if you want to go exploring, you will have to go outside of the safe zone to find tungsten and all of these rare rocks and silver ore and such. You can see that this player has chosen a Rosetta faction, so that means their mimetic perks are going to be basically just drones, and they're going to be able to choose drone perks. Alright, so we translated it, and the perks that we have are Focus Module on the drone. There is a Guangcheng module, I guess. There's a speed module, and there's a support module. So there will be all types of drones that you will be able to choose depending on your playstyle or however you play. I guess if you are more of a PvPer who likes to flank, rush, speedrun players, or more of a player who likes to play long range or something, or you just like to farm and do nothing and not even attack players. So I guess there will be a farming drone, as it says right here. For example, this speed module drone right here, it says an acquisition drone. When the player is holding the acquisition tool, improve 50% maximum endurance points, which means I guess you gain stamina. You will get a 20% movement speed bonus with a 30% impulse speed bonus. Not sure what that means, but maybe swinging speed or something. And then it says at the end of the collection, I cannot read that. Output of something is increased by 200%. I cannot read this. Oh, it says fire output of or some, okay, whatever, in range, and control them for 3 seconds with numbness. So then there's the exploring drones. The players get a 50% movement speed bonus with the ability of 2 stage cards. Last line makes no sense, not sure how to translate that or what it means. But yeah, I'm not gonna read those. You guys can pause the video and read it yourself. We get the point, I guess. 10,000 million different types of drones, you know. You'll choose your drone, and depending on your playstyle, you'll implement it into the game, I guess. Now, this does sound interesting, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna like the drone thingies, bro. You know, when there's too much utility, like when you fight a lot of players in PvP, it kind of like messes things up. It makes gunfights more or less important. Just people abuse these drones or utilities more rather than shooting the gun itself. So I don't know how I feel about this, but that's basically it for the Season 2 news that I got for you guys. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.